The little house in the speed bump is apparently just for looks, because they don't collect money or do anything here. They have an automatic ranger. You do it all by cash or charge. It's pretty interesting. They have some incredible speed bumps, which I just ignore and go over at my usual speed, and they just go bump. Hey. Once you get in the park, straight ahead at this parking area is for swimming and to see the lower waterfalls. But if you're camping, you have to stop at this office right here and give them all of your life's paperwork. They're really pretty picky on paperwork. They want to see your residence license, your dog's rabies certificate, not the tags or anything. And they want to know your dog's name and breed and all that stuff. And they want to make sure you're paid and that everything's cleared. The lower sites, 72 to 52, are down here in this field. And that's where I am this time. One through 35 are up here in the woods, which probably isn't the best place to be these days since it's always raining. They seem to have a slightly better crowd up here, but a slightly wetter crowd up here. And the roads are not anywhere near as good. Boy, this park needs some help, doesn't it? These are pretty close. These are like seasonal type sites. And they're all muddy. They have a very old bathroom. I guess that's something to think about. Get a campsite that has the highest numbers. Because they're going to be the best sites. They're going to be the newest sites. Okay, this is site 35 to 51. These look a little more grass. I like these little teepee tents. I don't know how you decide to get one of those. I believe this is the bathroom we share with this area over here. It's a nice big new bathroom, it looks like. 39, 41, 43. 51. 52 is closed, and these are all closed. 74. Now our loop is this field loop. And if you look at the back of all the campsites on both sides of this loop, there are little white things coming out of the ground. And that's because they're going to put in electricity in this one loop. The rest of the loops can't really handle electricity. But they have plenty of water. They have water spigots every other campsite. There's one there. And then here's one right next to my campsite. We are on site 54, I think. The bottom of the falls, you have this phenomenally beautiful swimming bathhouse built by CCC in 1931. It is just phenomenally beautiful, and it holds together pretty well. And you have all the regular water courses and beautiful parks and everything. This was kind of a show place for the CCC, and President Rockefeller, or President Roosevelt, Franklin D., who brought on the CCC was governor of New York. And this is the beautiful swimming area at the bottom of the falls. Now, can you think of anything nicer than that? The greenery all around and the side of the gorge. Just fantastic. Diving board and everything. The gorges in the Finger Lakes carry many beautiful flowers that don't really occur very many other places. These of course occur everywhere, and so do these down here. So do these down here. But there are many columbines and little vines and all sorts of interesting things that only occur way up on the cliffs. Well, we are at the upper section of Treman State Park, and they have an old mill house here and a couple of waterfalls, so we're going to check them out. Well, before we get to the mill itself, we have to check out the waterfalls. There's about 3 or 4 of them up here, I think. This is the Mill Falls, of course, and it's pretty nice little waterfalls. And this is a pretty impressive mill. A little dark in here, as all museums are. They like to there's the mill wheel and the thing that turned everything. They had to go down to a water wheel down below and turn the rest of the power. That's a big wheel. Here's another part of the wheel. Can you see that? Probably not. See if we can take a picture. We're going down the Gorge Trail, which is on the south side, I believe, of the river. And it is just spectacular down these huge gorges. This canyon of rocks on either side. Heel. We are testing our training, but it's just amazing where a tree will set roots. Tequila? He really wants to pull the camera out of my hand. He wants to go. He loves running trails. But this is really neat. You couldn't get a kayak down here, but boy, a body would have a good time. Even Akela thinks it's really cool. There are a few stairs to contend with on this particular trail. I'm told by the girls at the office that there's 225 stairs. That's one big rock wall, and I just wonder when that centerpiece fell out. Hopefully you can hear me with all this waterfalls, but this is just really a constant waterfalls all the way from the bridge. Can you see the bridge? There are the bridges way up there. Now that is a really big waterfall. And just up the road from Treman State Park is Buttermilk Falls, and this is a very tall, long falls. And you can take a trail all the way right along the edge of the water. And there are pools in it that college girls often skinny dip in. But this is a really nice place. This is their swimming area. This video is really about these two parks and the CCC that built them back in 1938 to 42, I think. But the workmanship, similar to that arch bridge behind me, that carries a road for 6-ton vehicles. So it's a pretty impressive road and a pretty impressive bridge. And this is actually Buttermilk Falls State Park. We're camping in Treman State Park. We're hiking down the Gorge Trail on Buttermilk Falls, and this is a pretty interesting park. This park has all these pools in it. These are deep pools that are carved into the rock. A little different than Treman Falls State Park. And they're all over this stream. We're going to go down a ways, not all the ways, because we just have to walk back up. But my first introduction to this stream was doing fish shocking studies on the fish that swim in it and get up it. And we kept finding these mermaids that were bathing in these pools. It was quite a interesting experience for a fish and wildlife person. Here's another one. Little waterfalls and a really deep pool just cut out of the rocks. And then there's mineral formations from water coming out of the side of the mountain and forming these huge, deep, I guess they're just mud piles that are all moss. More pools. And I mean, where would you get the idea of a jacuzzi if you didn't come here first? And if you ever wondered how these pools were made, here's one in the middle of nowhere, and it's just a matter of the rocks swirling around in a circle, getting in an eddy in the pool and just wearing away the rock. And the deeper they get, the more they swirl and the more they get deeper. So it's pretty neat. And then all the beautiful vegetation on the side of the gorge. And I'll tell you, it's 90 degrees outside, and down in this fantastic gorge it's about 72, although the humidity is pretty high. But the beauty of the gorge is just incredible. And then in lots of places you have pretty flowers, and you know, you can't see these on the camera as much as you can with the naked eye, but it's just with the sunlight and everything, it's just quite neat. Not if you've ever been here before, this doesn't look so amazing, but it's pretty amazing for the first time. I mean, it goes all the way up to this top, and unfortunately we're looking into the sun, so I'll probably get speckles on the lens, but I believe that's a natural spire. I believe the trail, they only had to dig it out of the rock a little bit, and that goes up there 40 feet or so, not to mention the beauty of the stream below. And this is the last falls coming from the top. And so we're going to head back up because we're down about half a mile. And we have to go back up all of these stairs, which are really nice stairs for trail stairs. But I hope you enjoyed this tour of Buttermilk Falls in Ithaca, New York. And let's return now to Treman State Park. The water goes down to the swimming area from here. I think I could walk across that log, but I'd probably have to drag a Keela. Well, folks, so much for the trip around the bottom of Cayuga Lake and the Finger Lakes of New York. This has been a real treat for me to show you around this area. This is really where I spent a good part of my life, really enjoying the outdoors. There's the Finger Lakes Trail, and the Finger Lakes have a lot of wild forest areas that the state has turned into some beautiful parks, and this was a CCC wonder area for construction and stuff. And of course the geological wonders of these streams and pools just can't be measured in any other way. But I hope this was a better video for you than previous ones. I guess being sick really affects the mind, so I was not doing a good job, and I had camera problems and all sorts of issues. So thanks for coming along. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give me a thumbs up if you did. Leave me a comment on the last 3 videos if you can, and we'll see what we can do for the next couple, because we got some more coming up, and Akila and I are going to be looking for sticks and stones and places to roll the A-liner. So thanks for coming along. Have a great week. We'll see you on the next video. Bye bye.